What's up, my people? Colin F. Watson in the house. So if you haven't got my book yet, Stop Losing Weight, Release It. I recommend you do it. It's a great way to start out the new year. If you don't know that, this book holds the secret to a 75-year-old weight loss protocol that is brilliant in its science. It was a little outdated, so what I did is over the last 17 years is master it and update it and bring it to the 21st century. However, the hormone that we use to help you regulate your body and your emotions through the work we do, this protocol has been around, but the weight loss industry has poo-pooed it, and even Big Pharma has demonized the natural hormone that has no side effects. Because they can't sell it to you for $1,300 and $1,500 a month, they've actually banned it, even though it's got no harm to the human body. It's already naturally found in the human body. Every man, every woman on the planet has this hormone in your body. Yet when you reintroduce it in a very small homeopathic dose and you follow my specific protocol, you can release a half a pound to a pound a day or more. I just dropped a new video on my Instagram. One of my clients has been in my program for now 52 days, and in the first 50 days, she's released 50.1 pounds. Now, that is not typical for most women. However, she's also experiencing the work we do when we talk about emotional regulation, because ultimately, I believe permanent weight loss cannot happen without you learning how to emotionally regulate. When we start releasing the emotions that are tied to our body fat, you're doing a protocol that detoxifies the body and balances hormones, and you're releasing the emotional weight attached to the traumas you've had throughout your life, weight just melts off your body. And Christy's a testimony of that. And inside this book, I have stories about not only my story, you can see here, after my 5th back surgery, my body completely morphed back to where I was before I discovered this protocol. I was 47 years old. I'm 64, so I was probably done at 60. And I wanted to hire a coach who was in the shape that I wanted to get back into, and he wouldn't work with me unless I did a show. And I had never done an NPC competition in my entire life. I said, no, I can't do it. I'm not going to put myself on stage. I'm not going to embarrass myself. And he says, well, when you change your mind, let me know. So I decided to hire him. I signed up for the show, and 16 weeks later, that is me on stage on my first NPC show, taking 3rd place in the Masters Division and 5th place overall, competing with guys that were in their 30s. My first, it was an amazing feeling, amazing accomplishment. In 16 weeks, I went from completely distended, bloated, inflamed. I was on massive medications and hormones, steroids they had me on for my back pain. I still ended up having 2 more back surgeries after that. And as you can see, I live in that shape now because I learned how to emotionally regulate. This was the most depressing time in my life. But during this period of time, I had 7 back surgeries in 6 years. And during that 6-year period of time, it was when I finally realized how chronic pain can make you want to take the bridge. I refused to leave my wife and my children and grandchildren here without me. But it was the first time that I understood my wife, who went through 10 years of deep depression, and I didn't understand it. I finally got to understand. I believe my whole back journey was just to highlight that one moment in my life, for me to have compassion for people that have debilitating depression. My wife now is on the other side of that depression. She now teaches people how to move through depression and regulate their emotions. So this is not just some quick fix diet book. This literally shows you how to utilize on the protocol and then the techniques that we teach to emotionally regulate to take back your life in every aspect of your life. A few more stories in here. We have Bree, who's a mother of 3, who ran, exercised. You can see how bloated and distended she is. Ran, exercised, trained in the gym, and that was her body. She was doing everything. She ate right. I mean, she literally did everything right and couldn't understand why her body felt like it was betraying her. She jumped on our protocol. She followed our teachings, and within 4 months, she walked away like a rock star. It goes on. I mean, I have people's stories in here. Karen, a nurse in her 50s, also, as you can see, bloated and distended, carrying the extra weight. She walked away with a 6-pack. Never had a 6-pack in her life. I can keep going, guys. I have Lisa here. Lisa released over 104 pounds with me in 8 months. She had 2 strokes. Her lower intestine exploded. That's why you can see this big, huge scar that she had. Her doctors gave up on her. They told her, just do your best to stay around 200 pounds. She was 5'2". She now weighs 28 pounds. She's a coach on my team now because she's walked the walk. And we did her labs the other day. Her labs looked like the labs of a rock star. All of her inflammatory markers were in optimal range. And she's going on a cruise next month. She loves cruises. She did a cruise while she was coaching with me, I think 2 of them in those 8 months, and still released over 100 pounds. She's going next month and wearing a bikini for the first time that she's rocking. She is in her mid-50s as well. Your husband Thad came along for the ride. He also dropped a ton of weight and got leaner and fitter. You guys, what we do here in some cases I think is nothing short of miraculous. It really is a simple process if you just follow the process. We always say it's kind of like Dorothy going home. You just follow the yellow brick road. And the thing is, you have everything you need inside of you to accomplish these type of results. The problem is that many of you know what to do. You just can't get yourself to do it. Or you have some metabolic issues and they get to be corrected, and our protocol does that, along with our emotional regulation, also adding some peptide therapy for those who need it, that really helps to cement the releasing body fat, maintaining lean muscle, but also keeping the maintenance much easier for you. We'll have Dr. Christiane Northrup, at one point was America's top OBGYN, been on Oprah probably 15 times, best-selling author. She always jokes, here I am, the author of Women's Hormones, Women's Wisdom, or something like that, one of the titles of her book. And I needed you to teach me how to be in my body and how to get back to the body of my life. She was losing and gaining the same 20, 30 pounds all of her life. Her first diet started when she was 11 years old. And she tells her story on one of our testimonial videos. The list goes on. I'm doing this video to invite you to try something new. Like, this is old wisdom that I've mastered and brought into the 21st century. I'm the #1 guy in the world that knows how to teach people how to do this. Coupled with my wife and I showing you how to emotionally regulate, it's almost next to impossible for you to not release the weight, but also learn to keep the weight off. Some of the biggest challenges people have, you guys have lost weight and gained it all back. Number one is because you're following the wrong system, but most importantly, no one taught you the real reason why you put on the weight in the first place. Weight is armor. If a body doesn't feel safe, it's going to do the only thing it knows how to do to protect you is put a padding around you. And so what happens is that you're sending a signal to your body that it's not safe, even though you're trying to do everything to get the body to respond. So if you were like Bree and like Karen and like all these people that are running and training and eating right and doing all this kind of stuff, and your body's not responding, or you're like Cliff, an executive, you're crushing it in your life, but you're walking around feeling like Shrek, and realize the shredded's inside of you, it's just having the right people show you the right path. I want you to revisit the book. It's on Amazon. You can get it. There's a link someplace in my bio. It's probably the best $17 you'll ever spend in your life, and I think $6 for the digital version of it. This is the hard copy. It's got the color fitted photos, so it's a little bit more. But ultimately, the story in here, the way I write is I give you a little bit of my backstory so you know who I am, and I've been doing this 17 years. But it's more importantly to show you the blueprint. Do this, eat this, not that. Do this, do that. Use these peptides at this time to help your body do this. And for God's sakes, learn how to emotionally regulate. Learn how to feel and be with sadness, anger, fear, and shame. Because, as Brene Brown coined the phrase, that joyful foreboding. We as humans have a more difficult time being in joy than we have being in sadness, anger, and fear and shame. We can spend weeks in shame and anger and sadness, but joy is just a fart. We only allow ourselves to embrace joy. As soon as we have a joyful thought, we look for the next shoe to drop. Anyway, before I head to the gym, I just wanted to drop it here. Do yourself a favor. Get this book. It will change your life. If you want help with the protocol. But if you're someone who knows what to do, and even more information won't help you, needing someone to guide you through the process, show you when you're navigating off course, to give you the customized plan for you and for your body to speed up the process so you can be similar to Christy and releasing a ridiculous amount of weight in a ridiculous amount of time, holla at your boy. Click the link, set up a call with me. Let's talk. Let's see if this is right for you. And if it is, I'll show you the way. Peace.